Yedoye. Thank you so much for doing this
Of
show.
course. Thank you for having me. It's so good to see you. It's been forever.
I like that you're putting on your like quiet NPR voice. I love it.
Well, we got to start
We
at
gotta
a
start
at
low
a
and then.
level. We got to give them time to adjust the levels.
I was trying to think today. I can't remember when we met, but I've been here since 2014. I know I met
Uh,
you here.
yeah, I got here in 2016, so I
Oh,
just hit 10
okay.
years, and I don't.
Congrats.
I also don't remember when we met, except that it was probably vaguely at a Brooklyn mic
Yeah,
somewhere,
for sure.
or maybe at Creek or something like that. But my earliest memory of us as friends was when I moved to Bushwick,
Mhm.
and I lived next door to Andy and Kenny and them,
Oh wow, that
and
trap house. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, which I only realized they were next door because as I was moving in, my phone connected to the Wi-Fi, and I was like, "Who the fuck is?"
Was there Wi-Fi called Trap House?
It was
Because mine is.
it was called Comedy House,
Oh,
and I was
that's
like, "Who the
funny.
fuck is Comedy
Yeah,
House?"
who are these fucking nerds letting everybody know?
Yeah, and I realized I was I won't say you could bleep it out, I guess, but they were 167 Stanhope. I was 169.
Uh huh.
Um,
Oh, I'm on 325 Stanhope.
oh, you're still in that area.
Yeah, yeah, I've been in that area the whole 12 years. Like when I
Yeah.
first got here, I was in Crown Heights, but then yeah, I like rented a room for 650
hmm
12 years ago, and now.
Well, damn. Well, I've long since left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Wait, are you in Bed-Stuy
I'm in
now? Or?
Bed-Stuy. Yeah,
Bed-Stuy's beautiful. My friend
yeah,
lives there too with her husband now.
yeah. I love it. It's such a nice neighborhood.
Yeah,
But
it's cozy.
when I was still there, I remember that I got very sick one day.
Oh.
I got so sick, like to the point where I had to call my dad, and that never happens.
Aw.
And then he gave me a very long explanation of how to make a hot toddy, and I tried to explain to him that it was called a hot toddy, and he was like, "No, no, no. You're gonna put some tea and whiskey in a cup, and you heat that up, drink that with some stuff." And I kept being like, "Yeah, I know what that is." And he's like, "No, no, no." But anyway, in that long process, you also brought me a blanket because I didn't have a blanket.
Mm.
And I think I probably would have died without it. So you kind of
No.
saved my life a little bit.
No, but you probably just had a super bad flu. It's funny
Yeah.
that so I remember that night perfectly only because I was downstairs and I was texting you being like, "Hey, I'm downstairs." And I think it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if this man isn't picking up. But then I was like, I've been that sick where you're just like you're like you don't even know what's happening. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you could text and then like 10 minutes passes but you think you've just closed your eyes.
Yeah,
Um
it was definitely like a. I might have saw the phone ringing and be like, I gotta call back later, knowing you're outside. It's like I'll get you.
she
in a
can
few-"
wait. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I wonder because the same thing happened to me when I first moved here. And like we're both from the south, like I'm from Florida, which I know isn't whatever. I always have to explain that you have to go up north. You have to go north from Miami to get deep south,
Yeah.
which it's like, I don't know. Sometimes like you're in Ocala and you're like, and you're like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. I don't think people understand the history of this country. I guess that it was just a different group. It was a different colonizing power, and so it doesn't have the same vibe. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not we don't like y'all's kind of colonization in Georgia.
But I
You
was
know?
gonna say, but I wonder if it was your immune system getting like accustomed to or acclimated to New York because I got super sick. Like I moved here in July of 2014. I didn't go out that Halloween, not because I didn't want to, because I was so sick.
Mhm.
And then I got sick again like Christmas and New Year's, and I just didn't leave I didn't even go home.
Well,
Do you think it was the same?
I think probably not. I think I probably just had a pretty bad flu because I had lived in Harlem for like a year before that, and
Oh, okay.
I'd been in New York for a while. But
Oh, I don't remember when the blanket thing was.
I mean,
I don't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't know why I thought that was closer to when you first moved here, but obviously I'm wrong.
No, it might have been like 2017, I guess, 20
Hmm.
or early 2018. But also, I've been to Africa. New York can't hurt me. You know, New York can't do shit to me.
Wait, and the way we make a hot toddy is rum, honey, and like a squeeze of lemon or lime in the microwave. That's how my mom taught me. I like that everything's a little bit different.
Yeah, I think we do whiskey.
Whiskey, I
whiskey
think
house.
any kind of alcohol will do it. Maybe
I-
it is whiskey, and my mom will be like, "Why'd you say rum? It's whiskey."
Yeah, I think it's whiskey. Now I'll speak with confidence. It's whiskey.
Is it really?
I think it's supposed to be. I don't know.
That's what constitutes a hot toddy. I believe you.
But you
I'm
know,
not. I'm not questioning you.
I'm willing to bet that like it's
Both.
like their gin and vodka martinis. I think it's probably
Oh, like either or can do the trick.
yeah. I think the world probably accepts both. Rum's got that kick to it,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I think would do something.
Because I feel like whenever I had it growing up, I felt like it would just cauterize my throat, which I loved.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean? You're like, "Oh,
I
this is-"
do, and the way the word choice makes me feel like I don't like it, but
Oh, well, yeah, but it like, I guess cauterize is kind of gnarly. Have you
Yeah.
ever had? I had to get my nose cauterized when I was little.
I've had my throat cauterized.
Oh
before.
no!
Yeah,
Like they intentionally burned it?
yeah.
Why?
Cause I had
Is this why you sound like a phone sex operator?
yeah, that's where that came from. I didn't sound like this before I was like 29. But no, apparently you can get acid reflux so bad you think it's cancer.
Oh,
So
no.
and I said that to be funny, but
I know, but I care about you. So if
I
it's
kn-
real, I'm gonna freak out.
it was a while ago though.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just like eating really late at night and just going straight to bed.
On some
and
fuck shit. Wait, but
yeah.
that'll do it?
That'll
Like
do
if
it.
I have like a chocolate before I go to sleep?
I mean, I was eating like full ass meals,
Like-
like a lamb over rice with the whole tomato in it, and then I just lay the fuck out.
I mean, I get it. That's the best way to eat, but yeah, you can't.
By many metrics, I am an idiot. Like
Nah.
in many ways, not across the board, but like when you play 2K, you max out one stat, everything else has to suffer. And
What's
so,
2K?
NBA 2K. The video
Oh,
game,
okay.
you max out the dunk stat, and
Okay.
you can't shoot free throws anymore. So, I feel like gut health is maybe a free throw.
Sure.
Um,
Thank you
know.
for explaining it to me like I'm not an idiot. And you explained it very nice. Because I didn't have video games growing. I asked my mom for like the Game Boy, and I just wanted to play Tetris, and she told me to go play in traffic.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, so my freshman year in college, we were like with my boyfriend at the time, we went to like a GameStop, and I found an old one. Like by that time, like nobody gave a fuck about it, and I found an old Game Boy, and I got a Tetris, and it's still that now. Like, what happens? What is it when the battery breaks and you have to like, it like when like the battery explodes like a
and,
double A
like,
battery like.
Oh yeah, and all the like acidic shit
Yes,
comes
yes,
out.
but I know I just have to clean it nice, so I'll just clean it nice and maybe play this weekend. Real exciting stuff.
Oh yeah, clean the terminals.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, with,
I
like,
thought you were saying
WD
clean the batteries. I'm like, no, those are done.
No,
Those are-
I'm not that Cuban. No, you
Yeah,
imagine me like licking the battery, putting it in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We have a mutual friend, Fat Tony.
Yeah, I love Fat Tony.
He loves you.
Yeah,
And he
that's
was
my
like,
guy. That's my guy. I miss him. Tony.
I-
Tony, if you see this, hit me up.
or we'll just clip it and tag him.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Okay, I know that you have a special coming out, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
It's a big thing to do it.
It feels bigger than it needed to be.
Sure.
But yeah.
Why?
Well, because I originally shot it with a I would say disreputable company that I've blocked on all platforms. And it just feels like, especially in the era we're entering in artistically, it feels like you don't need other people to produce your stuff. It doesn't need to be like studio quality for you to get a good thing out.
Mhm.
If anything, I think our aesthetic tastes are like moving away from like the Netflix aesthetic, which I think is ugly anyway. It's like too much. It's so much dynamic range. You don't get any shadows in the picture anymore, and it's like we just, you just go straight to the like most expensive cameras and most expensive technology and all this stuff, and it just feels like it takes the creativity out of it, and like
the grit.
yeah,
It feels like too polished when it's like comedy's for nerds. Like you're a dork if you do it.
yeah,
Respectfully, you're a dork if you're into it, and I say that with love.
yeah.
Like I hate that it's like kind of cool. I don't know. I also hate that like people who are like, well, acting didn't work out. It's like, well, don't come here.
Right, we don't want you.
Yeah.
We don't want you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, and it feels like I don't know, just and it's taken longer than I anticipated, but it does feel like the amount of creative, just fun I've gotten to have since reshooting it and doing it myself with friends. It's just been so much more fulfilling than just sending a tape off to some guys that I don't know.
Yeah. So you're editing it with your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And is it the taping that I went to at Union Hall or a different? Oh no, you did it again. Is it? Wait.
I maybe you were at the one in December of 2024, and I did it again. I shot the actual thing February of last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I did. I remember it being cold, and those are both cold months.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
You had a cool
outside.
outfit, but you always have a cool outfit.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's very kind.
You
of
dress well.
Thank you.
I also like your, I don't know how to say it, the fluve shoes that you have. How do you say it? The F? They're like black sneakers, and they have a F with the red and blue line.
Oh, the Fayus. The
Fayus.
Yeah. My little karate shoes.
Yeah, my mom
Yeah.
used to wear those.
Really?
She's like, what? People are wearing those now? I'm like, yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, I love those. They're like I wish I could get the Chinese ones, but they don't make them in my size.
Oh, because your feet are too big.
My feet are too big. I gotta wear the French ones, which are like kind of a knockoff, but they're fine.
So the ones, because I went to I was gonna like get myself a pair, because I like that it's like similar to the Sambas where they're just, which is what you're wearing now. They're just like low and just kind of like simple.
Yeah.
Like when I started buying Sambas 20 years ago, they were $65. The fact that Kendall Jenner farted in them and now they're $120.
Yep.
I'm mad about it.
I remember wearing them in high school, and
Yes.
now seeing everybody's like can't find them. That feels so insane.
And
like,
the
this is the
sizing change.
plainest shoe of all time. This is one of the plainest shoes of all time. I
actually had them when I was little. I remember my mom first got them for me when I was like just before I entered high school. And I remember my feet growing, and I didn't tell her that like we needed a new pair, because I was just like, no. Like I was like, and the sizing changed because I went to Foot Locker. My mom came to visit me last year. She's like, what is this? And she's like, the shoe, like we got to get a new pair.
Yeah.
Because they were so like raggedy. And we went to Foot Locker, and I'm like, oh, I'm a women's size 9. And she like, we had to like size up, and I'm like, am I crazy? She goes, no, the sizing's weird.
Yeah.
Like, have you? I mean, these look pretty nice and clean and fresh.
I've worn them like twice. I got them free I got them for free at an Adidas event, and then it took me a second to like, because I think I wore them so much in high school that I told myself like I'm kind of past. I'm over that.
Okay.
And it took me a second to like readapt my brain to wearing them again, and so I've only worn them twice.
But isn't it nice so you can just slip them on?
It is. It is. I had a brief period where I was trying to wear like crazy shoes, and I realized like
same. It's
what's
too
going
much.
on?
Yeah.
What,
Who is
you
this
know?
for?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like the Fayus too, because they're like, they don't have the like crazy high heel and all this stuff. I was starting to get into like barefoot shoes for a second, but they all look like shit. That's kind of why I started wearing them.
When you say barefoot, like where the toes are individual, or like what do you mean?
The main thing is that there's no is that it's like a 0 drop sole, so it's just like flat.
Flat, right?
Yeah. And a lot of them have like a wider toe box. That's my qualm with the Sambas, is the toes are narrow as fuck, which I
our
think
feet aren't shaped like that.
Our feet aren't shaped like that.
I've been saying this.
And, you know, I think over the past few years,
serious?
this is my
Dad's pissed.
I'm pissed.
Dad is upset.
Over the past few years, I've really like, I was already sort of coming to terms with like the breaking
louder?
of my sort of naive liberal reality from when I was a child.
Sure.
You know, you read anything about politics off of like CNN or MSNBC or whatever, and you immediately are like, what the fuck what did I believe for all this time?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until very recently where I was like, oh, they're just doing stupid shit for no reason. Like, you know, just like changing our body physiology for no reason. Like, shoes are not supposed to be shaped like this. And I can't think of a functional, beneficial reason why they would be, you know, aside from like, they want to deform your body just this much so you don't understand why your joints are fucked up, and that's probably what it is. That's probably it. So you don't understand why your body's fucked up and you have to go to a doctor all the time.
Exactly, and then Big Pharma and Adidas are fucking kissing each other at the golf club. Yeah. I always bring it back to they're all golfing together.
Yeah. and it's like it's stupid little shit that you wouldn't even think about, but
Mhm.
where you're just like, why? What did they even? Why are you even bothering with my toes, man?
Yeah,
Like,
leave me alone.
leave me alone. Let
I'm
me
a
have
quiet
something.
worker. I fucking I'm in a corner. I
You
work. I
know?
paint. Leave me. Let me have my fucking. Loewe came, and I know other people have it too, but it is And was it Nanamika? It is cool when you find shoes that just do like that more square toe box. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's why people like Birkenstocks for a little bit, even though Birkenstocks are also getting narrower and like shittier. I'm sure somebody bought them and I just don't know.
Yeah.
But they're just like not made as well anymore. Same with
Yeah.
like Doc Martens. Like Doc Marten, they're like that,
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to unionize.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think like Solavare, like all the workers who like wanted to unionize, and then Doc Martens like fired Solavare was like, we'll take you.
Yeah. It was like they're like fuck y'all, and we're making the toes narrow.
Truly. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a pair of Docs for the first time a few years ago, and it's not like the toes are a little.
And they're a motherfucker to break in. Yeah, I got them for a movie because I was like, it was like an independent movie, and I was like, oh, well, I think my character would wear these, and I've always wanted them, and I got them, and it was like brutal to break in. And then, yeah, I think like a year or two later, I ended up giving them away because I'm like, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah. It's like, just,
wait, sorry, what were you going to say?
no, just let me live, you know? I work a desk job. My hips are going to be fucked up anyway. Just
That's
let
me.
you know?
Shit.
That's it.
I'm so proud of you for doing you're doing what I feel like I'm like a year or two behind you in terms of shooting my own special and like doing it all, but I'm like it's truly so inspired that you like did it, and I love that you did it and you're like fuck these guys, I want to do it again. Do you know what I mean? Like that takes balls.
I mean, it felt like it was more, I don't know, I feel like I was kind of forced into that position in a way where like I don't know. I do feel as much as I talk uh a big game about doing stuff independently, I do want a easy route
Of course.
to do things, you know, and
Of
it
course.
feels like
It's exhausting.
yeah, and so like when a company comes to me and is like,
And they're
yeah,
like, we
want
think
to
you're
shoot,
great.
yeah, and they're like, we want to shoot your thing. I'm like, oh yeah, sure.
Of
Well,
course. Who
yeah.
wouldn't?
Yeah, and
Of course. And like you have to, and you can't be so like you have to let yourself believe the good things that are happening, even if like later on they go bad, or there's like artistic differences, or I
Yeah.
made merch and I didn't see a dime of it because the guy just fucked me over.
yeah, and you know, it just feels like at a certain point, like when that situation does go bad, you have to be like, okay, well, I knew that this was the wrong way to go.
Really?
Well, yeah, it was like, cause like even
But you only knew it was wrong once it went bad.
well, no,
Or did you have a
I
gut
knew
feeling?
it was. I had a gut feeling the whole time. One, based on the way they were moving, but also two, based on just like shit I've said for years of like you have to do stuff independently, like to whatever your capacity is. Like I've been saying it for so long, and so I've known it, but also like, you know, you have to be in a certain financial position. You have to be in a certain like, just social position to like call in favors from friends and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
so it does feel like there's like a daunting element to it.
Totally.
But ultimately it's just like it's the more fun, more like social way to do things. And like if it goes bad on your own time.
I mean, that's this.
You know?
I'm paying for this.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to be with like a headgum or like an iHeartRadio and whatever, but it's like, no, I want to be able to control it and, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I have to keep working my desk job and like only record 2 or 3 of these, as opposed to like every week cranking it out, I'd rather it be good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also feels like this is my main qualm with I think people's attitude around independent stuff is that like you do something yourself and it comes out really good or it gets a good reception, and then people's response is like, all right, it's time for the Netflix check. It's like, no, I would like to make independent stuff as sustainable as possible and do it myself for as long as I can manage it and be in control of it, you know?
Yeah. So wait, when people say time to get the Netflix check, like they're expecting Netflix to because you were able to produce this beautiful special on your own, they then expect like Netflix to just come banging down. Is that what they're saying? I truly don't understand.
Well, it's like it's like they think your work isn't valuable until it's been
it's on
validated.
Netflix,
Yeah.
which is so stupid because
Yeah.
I don't even want to single it to Netflix. Like, you meet some of these idiots and it's like, oh, you're a moron, and you're just kind of like following whatever the trend is,
Yeah.
and
Right.
you wouldn't be able to recognize talent if it slapped you across the face.
Right. Or just I think our idea of talent or ability or success is just based on money now, and it has nothing to do with
Or
your
popularity
actual,
or virality.
yeah, it has nothing to do with the quality of what you make. And so it makes sense for people to see it that way. You know, it makes sense that people are like, well, now you've been validated by a corporation, so your checks are going to come through forever, which means you made it. You know,
But that's not even true. We all know people
of
who have
course.
had Netflix specials who are still fucking scrambling to like sell out their headlining gigs, or they're still they have their special on Netflix and they still feel like they're in the rat race, and we're friends with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And I've seen some of the worst stand up of my life on Netflix. So both of those things can be true. But you know, I did two separate guns right here, but whatever. But yeah, I think it's just people's perception and people's
Yeah.
and also just imagination. You don't have you can't imagine a world where
A YouTube special is more legitimate than a Netflix one.
yeah.
Where it's like, little do you know.
Yeah, or in a world where if you take that a step further, like there was another platform off of YouTube, that was like not owned by Google, which is
Everything's bad.
which is using their AI to target people in Palestine and shit like that. It's like
Mhm.
if you can sort of extrapolate it into all these other realms of independence,
Mhm.
where like I don't know, in the event that I had to like make my own DVDs and sell them on the street, and I sold a lot, but I'm still selling them out of the trunk of a car if I
Mhm.
was in Atlanta still and I had a car. But like, that reality, like no matter what the number is like if I did it myself, then it's just a stepping stone on the way to getting onto the platform and getting bought out and doing all this other stuff. It just feels like you can't. And part of it is on me and the rest of us to like not value the opinions of people like that, but still,
Mhm.
you know.
But are you going to release your special on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Our options are limited.
Yeah, no, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just gonna say, like, I figured you were going to, but I'm like, we kind of, it's like you're already doing it independently. At some point, we have to try and recoup. Like, this is
Yeah,
gonna
of
go on
course.
YouTube because
of
I
course.
hope at some point we start generating enough views that like maybe I can get a fraction of a dollar back.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's like, you're dumping thousands of dollars, I'm sure, into your special. This is like $220 every time I do this.
Yeah, and like you do have to make your money back. I think it's just
It's nice to eat.
it is very nice
Like,
to
I
eat.
can do oatmeal and eggs, but like sometimes like fuck a steak.
Yeah.
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 New shoes?
New shoes feel great.
Come on.
New shoes feel great. It's I think it's less of a matter of like not putting it on YouTube, and more so like just being able to visualize what the next option is and like what the alternative options are. Because I think I think we're getting more and more grounded in this like comfort, and there's sort of an easy route to do everything. Even being independent has its like easy route of like, well, you got to put it on Bandcamp and you got to put it on YouTube, and you put it on Vimeo as a second alternative, and you do all these things. And I think the reality behind that is like these things are still owned by corporations that are not controlled by the people that are using them. YouTube was sort of created as under the guise of like democratizing entertainment, and now you got people like Mr. Beast that make millions of dollars on there, and nobody wants to see anything else but that. And
well,
it's
I mean, that's it's so funny. Like, we all know people who like sell out theaters and shit, and some of them are great, and then some of them are pure trash, and like you're like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Like the masses just want that. I don't know, but like I feel like you and I are the same. I mean, we're similar in that way. We're like, we'd rather be true to ourselves than like do some like water it down or like appeal.
Yeah.
But and please educate me. Like, is there a better YouTube? Does like a better YouTube exist in this moment? No.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Neither do I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither do I. But you're brilliant, and I defer to you.
I guess the point I'm trying to make is that like, when we talk about independent work, like the reason it's not sustainable is because of these sort of underlying factors of like, you don't own the means of, of like where you're putting your stuff, where you're putting your work. They can ultimately take it down if they decide to. They're in control of the platform. There's like a movement of sort of like platform cooperatives, so like democratically owned online programs. So there is actually.
I was gonna say, wait, go, and then I'll try and remember the one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So there are like online co-ops like Means TV and Nebula, but
I think I remember Nebula, and like I mean maybe 15, 20 years ago there was one where it was like. I feel like it was something box, but it was more for like portfolios. Like you could just put up but it was more like a visual artist portfolio and not so much comedy. I feel like a comedy portfolio now is just Instagram, but
or like a website or whatever. But
would you ever consider doing that where like, yes, it'll live on YouTube, so you can like, you will generate money from streams, but would you also consider putting it on your own website, like YedoyeTravis.com?
Yeah, it's
because if people like I would love to buy it from YedoyeTravis.com so that it like only like however much like the album price goes directly to you.
Yeah. So the
tell the people.
silly little way that I want to do it.
Let's hear it.
Because we were just talking to Mike about how do you navigate having artistic thing as your main source of income, which I would like to not have to think about or not have to do. But it's sort of a roundabout thing that makes sense in my head. But like what I would like to do is have the thing out for free. Have it on my website, have it on YouTube, have you be able to see it for free, and just sort of have
like almost like a tip jar, like you just throw however much you want.
Well, basically, and then just have it not even have that.
I didn't mean to say it be a tip jar. Sorry.
No. I think that's a fair way to say it, but I think just I kind of want it to not even be attached to the special itself. Not say like, here, pay for this piece of work that I did. Alternatively, I want to sort of have it be in a separate thing and be like, here's the thing for free, and on the side, you can also give me $5 a month and say you would like me to remain alive long enough to make the next one.
Which our government doesn't do.
Yeah, and I think
it sorry, continue.
Yeah, well, and I just think that's as a method of like having the money sort of be a continuous thing that's not attached to on a project by project basis. So I'm not hustling to make the next
project, right?
Just like I can make art sort of unburdened by like when is my rent due.
I would contribute to your $5 a month. Almost like I guess that's why so many creators like Patreon.
Well, yeah, and I think the only reason I would rather not do I and my podcast, we use a platform called Open Collective, which is similar, but it was made for like tech projects. But I like it because it doesn't have all the like perks that Patreon has.
I'd rather use that. I dipped my toes into Patreon over the pandemic, and I was like by myself in my room, and I got overstimulated, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, it's like it's a nice thing to be able to do, but it also feels like, okay, now I owe you a bunch of extra shit.
And it's like I can barely make dinner.
Yeah, right. Like I can't make you stickers, man. I don't have sticker.
Fuck your stickers.
You know, yeah. Like it's great that you like stickers, but I'm a comedian. I do stand-up comedy. That's the only thing that I trained to do for fucking 14 years now. I'll figure it out. I'll try to figure out stickers.
Yeah.
I know people that make stickers. I know people that make shirts, and I can do that for you if you really want it. I can try, but I'm not going to promise that.
Yeah.
And I think it's, to me, important to be honest about that and be like, I'm not giving you shit.
This is this.
I'll give you the special. I'll put out a lot of comedy. I'll put out so much comedy. Ideally, I want to get at that Josh Johnson pace where I'm like doing too much. you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't want to promise people a bunch of extra stuff that I'm
Yeah.
not equipped to do.
I also think I love that Josh Johnson, I think, had like the Daily Show training. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
always hear about like how people like if they're at SNL or the Daily Show, like there's almost that like
Yeah.
they just like you get like trained to work at that level.
Yeah.
But I also think Josh is like exceptional.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing Josh for the first time. I think at the Cellar at an audition, either at the Cellar or at Creek. Again, Creek comes up, and I don't know what what has happened there. But yeah, I think he already had that muscle before he was
You're
on the
right,
show.
he did.
But it didn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't
definitely
hurt.
didn't
No,
hurt.
and he's fully on the spectrum in the best. I always say it out of love.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know my little brother. I'm always
Yeah,
like,
of course.
when now the way people throw it around, I'm like, don't flatter yourself. They're like, I'm on the spectrum. I'm like, please. Or they say someone else is on the spectrum. I'm like, oh, they wish.
Well, the spectrum does include regular.
People now, yeah,
don't-
yeah.
Actually, I
With
don't
just
know
like
if
a
that's true.
touch of it. Sure. Okay. Before oh, well, actually, I have. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you want to do stand up only because you were just talking about it?
Mhm.
Do you want to do stand up forever, or would you ever want to be an actor or a director or like be a showrunner or?
I have been an actor. I like stand up. I prefer stand up only because
There's
Like,
more
I-
control.
yeah, I did theater in high school and college, and it always kind of felt like
He's a thespian.
he's a thespian. Yeah, it always felt like this is fun, but I also don't like the rigidity of it. And
Mhm.
I think some people are better at like playing around in this
Mhm.
space than I am.
Yeah.
But like, or like improvising in like nonverbal ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like my mind is always sort of in the like the words on the page in terms of like creativity, I guess.
Sure.
And so like I feel like stand up makes more sense to me, but I do like acting and I would do it again.
Cool. Yeah, I think you would crush. I was just thinking while you were explaining that, I'm like, oh man, because I was the same way until I went to drama school.
Mm-hmm.
And which just the one that I went to teaches Meisner technique, which is so rooted in improv, but not like UCB improv, like what you were talking about. Because prior to that, I was so like, I think I was thinking as a writer, like, well, let me honor what this person has written and say it
Right.
as it's written. And then in that school, they were like, yeah, no, for sure. But also like, if in your gut, you want to like add something, go for it. And as long as it doesn't like completely detract from it. What were you going to say?
I guess I was gonna add to that, which is like it took me a long time, but I did eventually realize people aren't that married to what's on the page.
Oh, especially
Like-
when you start writing something. Like I'm writing a screenplay now, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, if some actor wants to change this,
Yeah.
go for it. Like I'm just trying to like give somebody the bones.
Right. I'm like, I beg you, please change what I. It would be embarrassing to me if you said what I wrote, like word for word. Nah.
You're like, nobody needs that. I don't even want it. I
Yeah.
wrote it and I don't want it.
Yeah,
There's
no,
not
that's
enough
crazy.
Adderall for me to get through this.
Right. Like I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here doing this. Have fun. Be free. You know. And I hope somebody would do that for me.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's crazy. Have you ever seen PCU? It's like an old movie.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
whatever. It's like an old comedy movie, but like Jeremy Piven and David Spade are in it, and they wanted to riff, and the director was like, or I guess I forget if it was the director or if the writer was on set, but he like wouldn't let them riff, and I'm like, oh my god, what a
That's
crime.
Crazy.
Yeah,
It's so sick.
because like
it's a-
usually all the funniest shit is like when they let us riff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Like Martin
Lit-
Scorsese apparently. He needed someone for Taxi Driver, right? He
Mhm.
directed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, whenever I'm sure of something, and I have a joke about it. There's like a little part of my brain that's like, you're wrong.
You gaslight yourself.
Yeah.
I do that with names a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my joke. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is Crystal. It's Crystal. It's Crystal every day of the week. And then I go to say hi to her, and I'm like, oh my god, is it Vanessa?
Mm-hmm. Every time.
And then like someone comes up and she's like, hi, I'm Crystal, and I'm like, god damn it, I knew
And
it.
you're like, fuck, I knew that.
Shit.
You say it out loud. You're like, I knew that. I knew that. I knew your name.
They're like, is he
It's like,
okay?
yeah,
Is Yedoye, has he eaten
It's
today?
like we've known each other for years.
We've
yeah.
been knowing. That's funny because I really did do that with a girl named Crystal. Crystal, you're lovely. I just get nervous. Fuck, what were we just talking about? Weren't
We were acting, talking about acting,
Dick, dick, dick.
improving.
Oh,
Martin
improving.
Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese. So thank you. You're a king. So he was casting Taxi Driver, and they couldn't. He like needed this one role filled, and he or someone else was like, yeah, just get a comedian. They'll be able to riff. And then he like casted Albert Brooks in it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I haven't seen the movie in ages, but like when you see Albert Brooks, just know that they were like, oh yeah, he can just talk out of his ass and react to the scene, and it'll be fine.
If I knew that when I was like, if I knew that when I first started auditioning.
But that's the thing, nobody tells you.
Yeah, like they.
Because everyone's so like, say the words on the page, and that's why I was saying like I can't wait. You know, like I'm so lucky that I had a teacher who was like, no, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But nobody tells you to fuck that shit.
Yeah, I feel like I would be so.
That's why I'm saying you would be a great actor.
Yeah, I remember the only times I've been told to improvise in my audition experience has been insane.
It's a nightmare.
By the way, it always feels like it's either too rigid or too loose.
You're like, am I gonna get assaulted?
Right. Well, it feels like
you're like, is this legal?
Yeah. Or like I've auditioned at CBS and they're just like, "Where's your script? What's wrong? Why did you have your script on?" I was like, I don't know. I tried to memorize it. I thought that would be cool.
Yeah, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
I guess
what do you
I'll
want
just
to
go? Yeah.
What do you want to see? I'm here with my notes and it's highlighted. I mean, yeah. What about if I left it in my book bag because I'm trying to be cool?
Yeah, maybe I'm trying to seem like I know how to do the job.
What the fuck you're hiring me for?
Exactly.
Okay, so the nerds at CBS, and then who was too weird?
The nerds at CBS, and then I had one where it felt like, well, I've had plenty where it feels like they want you to write it on the spot, not improvise. It feels like they want you to write new stuff in the room. I'm like, okay, you gotta. This is a different conversation. What's going on?
Right. Now you need to pay me as a writer.
Yeah, and then I've had ones where like, they show me somebody else's tape, which is crazy and it feels unethical.
Call the police.
And they're basically like,
can you do it like him?
Improvise it, but do it like him. And this was a friend of mine it was a friend of mine's tape. Hilarious. That they showed me.
You're like, I prepped him for that audition.
Yeah, and I'm just like, hey, just give it to him.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Why are you showing me his work, telling me to be like him, and then not giving it to him?
Yeah, it's so funny how they don't realize that we're all friends.
Yeah.
Like we all talk to each other.
Yeah, I don't understand. You know, the people after shows, God bless y'all, that will come up to you after a show and be like, I thought everybody else was trash. You were so funny. Everybody else sucked. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go hang out with them. I don't know or like you. Yeah, Why do you think you're cooler than my friends who I've seen kill and just had an off night?
Yeah.
You know, what have you? I've never seen you kill.
But I
don't know you.
Yeah, that's also like they do that with women all the time. They're like, oh, I never think women are funny, and I thought you were great. And it's like, I'm friends with all the women.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like they want you to know how fragile your station in life is. They want you to be like, it would have took this much for me to turn on you.
What,
but,
Harold in accounting? Oh no.
Yeah, like, all right,
I'm
man.
shaking in my boots.
Right. Like, okay, have fun with that.
Also, they're like trying to use like that gossip as social currency, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
oh, you were better than the others,
right?
And like that cookie, and it's like, all right, man.
Right. And I just go up to him and like, yeah, this guy thought you sucked.
Say it loud, and he starts pissing himself at Union Hall.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And now you look stupid.
Yeah. You got shorter.
Yeah.
By the minute. So what makes you a little freak?
Oh man. What makes me a little freak?
This can be as long or as short as you want it to be. And also, when did you realize that you were a little freak? Like, at what age?
I think maybe I'm realizing it now.
Okay. Yeah. Like today, or like this year? This moment?
In this general moment.
Oh, did you? Okay.
In this very general moment. Like,
I love it.
I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm just a little bit insane in like a
healthy way. Well, okay, so the thesis of this whole thing is that I think everyone is a little freak.
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh, I'm normal, it's like, well, now I know you're a serial killer.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? And not like, you're walking down the street weird on purpose. Mm-hmm. Like, you can present normal, but you're like, whatever.
Yeah. Maybe in multiple. I feel like I'm just very resistant to stuff that I know I would like.
Like what? Give me an example,
Like
you little freak.
just being outside and hanging with friends in general. I feel like I'm so
Oh,
quick
but
to be
that's
like,
social anxiety.
is that what that is? Is
I
that
mean,
what that is?
so that's how it is for me, where I'm like, I don't want to go to, and then once I'm there, I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
I love my
Yeah.
friends. I love life.
Maybe I just have very pervasive social anxiety.
Oh, it's
Maybe
a
that's what it is.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
at your house, it's all the cozy shit. You have your water, you have the crackers you like, your socks.
Yeah, I know everybody in here. It's
Yeah,
just it's
yeah.
just me.
You know, I'm not
everybody.
going to piss myself off. I might.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that it apparently is not that weird.
It's okay.
Maybe I am normal and therefore a psychopath. I don't know. What have other people said? What have other people said that makes them a little
I don't know. I'm like blanking out on the 6 other episodes I've done. But yeah, I mean, my one friend talked about how like him and his brother would always like make music, even like at a very young age, and they were just kind of like boop 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 like in their house, which I think is, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, if somebody asked me this question, I'd tell you what I was telling you earlier, which is like I prefer egg whites.
Oh yeah.
I have OCD.
You know what? I maybe for me it is, I think I can learn everything. I think I believe in myself in that way.
How cool.
And I'm not sure I actually, but like I have this.
Go.
No, I just have this like,
the boy king belief.
I have this like obsessive belief that I have the ability and the time to learn everything.
Oh, sure.
And this I think contributes to me not wanting to go out sometimes, where I'm like, sorry, I can't go out. I gotta learn jazz.
I get it.
I gotta know jazz before next
I can
time
leave.
I'm outside.
Yeah.
So I'm studying rhythm changes right now. You know about rhythm changes? And I've literally like not gone out because I thought I could do it in a night.
Locked in.
You know?
In a night. Yeah, you're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's it. Boom, we
maybe
got it.
that's it, and
Yeah.
maybe that's also just ADHD.
Well,
you
took
know,
the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to write that down. How funny that we were both reading scattered, and I love that you were reading it and listening to the audio.
Oh, yeah, because I can't do it either, any other way.
No, I get it. I listened to the audio and was like doing chores, and like when something would really hit me, I'm like, oh no, this is me. But it's just nice to have the clarity, because for so long, like, I would get panic attacks, and prior to knowing what they were, I would feel my skin crawl. And I was little. I was like, in the 8th grade, and I would just be like, here we go. It's gonna. And like, if you don't know, you're just like, oh, it's happening again. Do you know what I mean? And then someone's like, hey, you just have OCD and you're a little freak. Come on, keep going, pay your taxes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, when you can like finally put words to what's going on.
Yeah.
I actually thought of that book yesterday because I think I just like. Because a friend of mine and a couple other friends of mine have had kids recently, and now I'm thinking about like how people raise their kids, and thankfully my friends are so like loving toward their children. But I watch the way people interact with kids now in a way that's like, well, that's gonna last forever. Like,
Totally.
I went to this little family pizza spot yesterday with a friend, and a family walked in, and their little daughter just immediately like kind of collapses on the ground and starts crying. I guess they had talked about something, told her she couldn't have something, and then the mom like reaches down to pick her up, and is like, get her off the ground and all this stuff, and already has the girl in hand, grasped. And picks her up and like screams at her, get off the floor, and picks her up. And I'm like, first of all, you're already picking her up. You don't have to tell her. It's not really in her power anymore.
Right, yeah.
And it felt like that was already bad enough. And then she just goes, you're a bad girl.
Oh, no.
I'm like,
and how old was the girl?
She was like this big. So
Oh,
she had to be like
no.
2. So like not even old enough to be forming memories that she'll know about.
Right. No, it'll just be like internal. She'll cry 20 years later on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like that.
Yeah.
Just that weird impulse to like define people based on their actions, not just be like, hey, I don't like what you're doing right now. What you're doing, this sucks. But to be like, you are bad.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you.
Because of this one action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
My friend teaches a kind. Let me see if I explain it right. It's like a type of Montessori. Emilia Reggio. She lives in Oakland, and she was explaining it to me. And like a way that they test for compassion is like, I hope I'm explaining this correctly, but like she shows them like a ping pong ball, and she hides it behind one of the cups, and then she asks the child. She's like, "Where's the ball?" And like, if the child is like, "Oh, silly, it's there," or if the child's like, I don't know where it is. Do you know what I mean? And it's like a way to like gauge it. And she also says that like if the child is having like a meltdown, that she'll keep asking them questions. So like, well, why do you feel this way? And what do you think is making you feel this way? And like, till they just kind of like, and I'm sure there's so much minutia to it. Cause like, yeah, if the child's like at a 10, how do you like slowly escalate them to the point where they can like even answer these questions?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, child development, I think, you know, just living with my brother, it's like, it's always been so prevalent. That it fascinates me. But, and that being said, I tell all my friends who are mothers, I'm like, I fear motherhood out of respect.
Yeah.
Like the same way you fear the sea.
Yeah.
It's serious. And I think people are like, I want a 2-year-old. And it's like, that's a human forever.
Yeah. Right.
Like the whole enchilada.
Right. You're just releasing them out into the wild.
Yeah.
It feels like.
I'm not trying to shit on parents. Sorry. That's how much I respect it. The gravitas.
I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but it feels like
you want 10 kids.
Yeah, I would love 10 kids, single father. No, like the way I feel like the way we raise children under capitalism is like, and I have a joke about this in the special, where of like nobody's equipped to do that. Nobody is equipped to even in a 2-parent household to raise a child fully. You know, it's like
unless you're selling drugs on the side, and even then.
Well, even then, it's like
I'm half kidding.
Only I saw the other half. I guess I got the other half. But no, like, you know, when you think about like scattered minds, it's like you get the parent they're there, but they're not all the way locked in, or they're not physically there, but they love you so much from afar. And like, there's all these factors of like, you can't possibly just expect 2 people, let alone 1 person, to raise a child and really equip them for the world. It's like we say it takes a village to raise a child, but we're not really serious about it. And the joke is like we talk so much shit about polyamorous people, and then say it takes a village to raise a child, where there's a bunch of childless villages all over Bushwick that need something to do. You know, it's like if you're gonna keep saying it, let's be serious about it.
Yeah. Drop them off.
Yeah, like nobody's really capable of living like that. And that actually like helped me sort of, because I was in therapy at one point, like trying to get to the bottom of what my parents did, and it really helped me come to terms with like, oh, they couldn't have done anything different, you know.
That I had a similar revelation in therapy, or not revelation, but like we came to that where it's like, yeah, everybody's just trying their best. And I know that parents today are also trying their best, but to your point, capitalism like cripples it.
Yeah.
To an extent where like they almost can't even breathe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm chilling. I'm just finessing.
I know, I love it. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, wait. I hope, and I'm fully lost track of time. I don't know if that's the correct time. It's fine. He'll tell me.
I don't even know if that is a time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is it? That's so funny. The ADD kicked in. We both just look at the clock.
This is the rest of the show.
This is just us watching the clock. Scattered Minds by Gabor Mate, if anyone's wondering.
Yeah.
Because I'll be listening to a podcast and I'm like, yeah, what are they talking about?
Yeah, please.
And then I go to the comments. I'm like, somebody, please.
Somebody explain. Give me a timestamp.
I saw him in real life and I was too shy to go up to him.
Oh, man. I feel like I probably would have been.
Yeah. He like looked tired.
He does look tired.
Yeah, he like looks permanently tired. But he had like just gotten out of like I was going to watch a movie and he had just come out of a movie, and like Rami was there and Rami was so lovely. And it's so funny because one of the ladies who like scans the ticket, like she's Puerto Rican, and like so we started speaking in Spanish, and I'm like, I don't want to bother him, and she's like, ay niña, just go, like stop eating shit. and just go. And then when I finally got the balls to do it, him and his wife walked away, and I was like,
Oh,
it's
of
fine.
course.
What am I gonna say? Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much for all the stuff you did.
I want to read all his other stuff. I've only listened to Scattered, but like the Realm of Hungry, like all the addiction stuff sounds cool, and like
Yeah, I truly, I think I got so locked into that book that I don't know anything else that he wrote.
oh, he's
Yeah.
written a ton of stuff.
I
and
mean,
it's-
I'm sure. I just,
yeah,
like,
yeah, no, of course.
yeah.
I secretly, I know this is selfish on my part, but I really wish he would have narrated it because it's his son who narrates it.
Yeah.
And I think he has a cool voice. But anyway, I want to on camera say how lovely you are.
Oh, thank you.
Because I mean, you're lovely, period. Not, you're lovely all the time, always. But you were posting your like workout stretch routine. And I was like, oh man, I want to do that. Like, I have so many mobility videos saved, and I'm super sore today, so I like actually need to go home and do it. And you were like, yeah, just come over, I'll show you. And I'm like, no, I'm so bad. And you're like, yeah, that's the whole point. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be bad, and then you'll get good.
Yeah.
And that's where your freak shit of like, yeah, you'll master it, no problem, in a night.
I think
No,
that's.
I'm kidding.
I mean, I think that is where it comes from, though.
But that's
like,
great. Oh yeah, but better that than me. Just not self-esteem in the toilet.
well, like, think about what stand-up does for your brain that so many other people don't get. Which
What,
is,
just the constant failure?
Well, yeah.
The RPMs for failure?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
failure-
what happens. That's what helps you with acting too.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the failure and then immediate correction, and it's like most people don't get that.
Don't even try to fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the people are like, I think that's why AI is becoming such a big thing right now, is because people are so scared to just like watch a tutorial on how to draw on YouTube. It's
Yeah,
like
and that's
you can
the
learn how to
cooler
draw,
thing.
right? And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think people understand how bad it is for the environment. Like, I know we can get into I know we can do an hour just on AI, but like that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's like every time you want to fart out some Studio Ghibli rendition of you taking out the groceries, it's like,
Yeah, it's I think people don't understand how bad it is for the environment, which I think kind of makes sense.
it's
Because
quite-
it does feel far away, because the
right.
the floods right now are happening in Pakistan. They're not happening in
Right.
New York City.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be long until they are.
Right.
Or until they decide to build a data center in Flatbush or in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
That directly poisons the water right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
But until that happens, people don't really have.
I mean, it's happening in Memphis, and like I
Well,
try
yeah.
to scream about it, but whatever.
Exactly,
Yeah. And then you're the asshole who's always like sometimes so much when I post, it's not like, look at me, virtue. It's more like, no, I don't know if like some of my followers in Miami or wherever the fuck are even getting this news.
Yeah, well, it's like, I don't know. It's this weird thing. I was thinking about it on the way over here, that you have to ignore, put a mental block up to so much suffering. And it is a comedy podcast, by the way, for anybody listening. You do have to put up such a mental block to so much suffering. Living in New York, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just living in any urban area in this country.
Yep.
To where like you're actively ignoring the people looking you right in the face. So like, why would you care about people in Memphis? And that's not to. I'm not
No, we
rationalizing that. I'm
Yeah.
saying, we're put in a position of just like, if you let one thing in, then you're just like, fuck.
Yeah. You're like electrocuted with all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it completely like shuts you down, like you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been rereading Pedagogy of the Oppressed, Paulo Freire, and he has a line where he talks about like trying to explain to liberals what like reality really is,
Mm-hmm.
because they do have this sort of like impulse to like deny reality, because once you accept reality, i.e. all the suffering in front of you,
It like yeah.
well, like you have to act on it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you really internalize what everything looks like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you have to do something,
Mm-hmm.
if you're really about it, or
Mhm.
if you really have internalized that information, to the point where people will get annoyed if you tell them what's in front of them, or you tell them a solution to what's in front of them. They're
Mhm.
just like, no, we can't do that. That's not possible. you know.
Because they don't want to come to terms with the fact that they'll have to do something.
Yeah. Right.
They don't want to like alter their life in any way.
Right.
And it's frustrating that people don't get certain things until it like immediately affects them.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, you couldn't put yourself in their shoes for 2 seconds?
Right. And I do sort of hesitate to like blame people for that, because it is such an active like disinformation especially like looking at the fucking Epstein files and seeing how much stuff they deliberately did to like seeing a lot of stuff about like the mimetic warfare, how you like they're just like blasting Instagram comments telling you stuff isn't important, or like telling you not to care about certain stuff, or like, you know, the whole like it's not serious mentality that's been flooding the internet for like a decade. It's fucking deliberate shit.
Yeah.
You know,
it is that serious.
It's all that serious.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Pets' heads are falling off. They're fucking.
I love Dumb and Dumber. I quote it all the time.
Okay.
That's what I'm quoting. Sorry.
Okay, I was so not locked in.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm too locked in. I was like, yeah. I always bring it back to that.
But yeah, you know.
But then, and then if you try to explain it to someone like, no, that's what they want you to think, then you sound crazy, and you're like.
Exactly. You know,
you're
and
like, yeah, man, okay.
Yeah, it's like you can't talk your way out of anything. It's like you just kind of have to see stuff at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Which is another point that I guess he makes in that book. It's like you can't just tell people shit.
Yeah, you can't tell people how to feel.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to come and do it on their own.
Yeah.
I'd love to read it when you're. I do have a problem with thrift books. Do you know what this is? Thrift books.
Thrift books, the website. Yeah.
Yeah, the little app too.
Oh yeah.
I get the points.
Mhm.
I have sometimes I'll like, oh, I can get a used book. Like, you know, there's like for those of you who don't know, there's like you can get like new, very good, used, whatever. And sometimes I'm like, no, I'm fine with it used. And then it's too highlighted. Man is pissed.
I do hate that.
Because I like to highlight and underline, which is why like I'm happy to check out books from the library, but sometimes like I was reading a Cassavetes book and I was like, oh no, I want to highlight like half these things like a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Are you also a nerd in that way? That makes
I'm
me
a highlighter.
Okay, that's some freak shit.
I'm a highlighter, and I also got this.
Do you always have a highlighter on you? Because that's me.
Well, no, I have a tablet that I use, so I'm highlighting like digitally in the tablet.
Oh,
but I also
cool.
have a bunch of highlighters that I keep at home.
Do you have a preference, or are you just like whatever they sell at like?
Oh, a highlighter preference?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a brand preference, I guess, because I use the tablet so much that I go back and forth. But I like the Sharpie ones, and I have a very specific order I use them in.
Ooh, okay. So I took existential lit, and I would color coordinate my highlights. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll do like standard yellow for like
Of
this
course.
is the head.
This is the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, this is the head of this idea, and then every like qualifying idea, I guess after that I'll go like I think I go blue, pink, green.
Excellent.
And then the bullshit color is orange.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
it's too vibrating.
Yeah, like what are you?
It's
what are
too
we
loud.
doing?
It's like relax.
Exactly. I can't have this every paragraph.
Yeah. It's
know?
too much. It's like assaulting you. It's screaming at you.
Right. If we're getting into like 6, 7 sentence territory, I'll bust out the orange, but like you're asking a lot.
Okay, so if we're getting to 5, 6, 7 sentence, I do a little. With my blue pen, I do a bracket. Oh, are we good on time?
No. I was gonna show you another
thing,
but I'm gonna let you finish this sentence while I find it.
No. That's all that I just. If I'm realizing that it's like a whole paragraph, then I'll just do like a bracket, and either like a little heart or like or like 3 little asterisks.
Right.
My friend Liz Heather, who I always talk about, just showed me Google Keep, which is like just a nice way to do lists.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I used to use Keep a lot.
Okay.
But now,
like the kids call it Keep.
I
I'm
don't know if the kids.
I'm just fucking around.
I don't know if the.
I just love referring to myself as Nana.
Damn, I'll never leave the youth. Okay, so I use this app called Obsidian.
Okay.
That,
oh no, I want to like write it down here. I want to write down the book. Well, I'll get it after, but Obsidian. Okay.
Yeah, Obsidian is the app, and I read this is okay. Maybe we're getting too nerdy, but I read a
No,
book.
this literally freak shit. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. This is it. This is my
There's
freak
layers
shit.
to your freak shit. We've
Yeah.
been knowing. I had to like
You had to
wade
massage
you
it
into the
out.
water. Yeah.
I guess this is a subcategory of me thinking I can know everything, but
Let's do it.
but I use this app Obsidian. I read a book on a note-taking method called a slip box, or also called a it was invented by, I think, an Austrian dude who speaks German, so it's called a Zettelkasten.
Okay.
And basically you have a system. You have fleeting notes, which is just the bullshit you think up during the day.
Mm-hmm.
You just write it so you don't forget it. Then you have your literature notes, the stuff you read.
We are cooking with gas
We're
now.
cooking with gas.
I
then,
love it.
Then you got your permanent notes. That's like how the ideas that you've synthesized from everything.
Oh, okay.
And then those are the ones that exist without reference to anything. So
Almost like beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Beliefs, or like if you're doing research, this is like
Or like a
your
thesis, like your core.
yeah,
Okay.
and like what you synthesize from other writing, and then
Right.
you have an index of all the like terms and all this stuff. And so
I fucking love this.
it's a beautiful thing.
Do you have it organized by category?
So I
like
have it-
topic.
I have it organized by category. This is we have fleeting literature, permanent notes. I got like the little collapsible menu
Look
of
at
everything
him.
right here.
You can't tell them
but-
shit.
But then the great thing about this app is
I like how
that
10 minutes ago you're like, well, I don't know if I'm a freak. LOL.
well, this is me. I'm not good at doing stuff on the spot. Maybe.
I'm sorry. I should have given you a heads up.
No, you did is the thing, and I should have been.
No, it doesn't
I should have
matter.
been.
Oh yeah, don't worry. ADHD's real.
But okay, here's the.
I love this.
But here's the great thing about this app is that
Okay.
so you can connect notes in the app. You can tag and reference notes from other notes to other notes.
Can you collaborate?
You can collaborate.
Like if I'm on it with you and I was
Yeah.
like, Yedoye, look at my notes.
Yeah, you can have collaborative notes,
I
and
love
then
it.
once you've connected everything, it also makes this little graph of how everything connects, and so you can sort of use that to like.
It's a circle, y'all.
It's a circle, but it's a circle with like little connective. You got to zoom it only so much so you can see the connectivity, but without seeing all my stupid
Show
ideas.
the camera. Yeah, they
But,
won't. They'll just see the little dots. No.
Yeah, but you can see where everything connects.
How cool.
By
when
idea.
you zoom in more, does it like tick tick tick? Is it like that, or how does it? Is it
So it's like
is there a center?
there is a center, but you can move stuff around. Like
so there are lines.
yeah, and you can like
fucking love it. Obsidian.
Obsidian. It's a
I wish I could remember what that stone, like the properties of it.
it's
like
like
in crystal shit. You know
it's
what
like
I mean?
it's like a volcanic glass.
And it's
so
like black, right, or like dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah. So that's how I'm living my life.
I love it.
That's how I'm living my life.
There's no
Everything.
better way to live. Okay, I hope Mike at some point is like, hey, you have 15 minutes left. But until then, okay, what has been, well, I guess, yeah, you don't want to think about it in terms of, I was going to ask you what your favorite project has been and what your dream project is. But I like that we were talking about earlier how, like, we shouldn't quantify it or qualify it like that.
I mean,
But if you do want to shout something out, I mean, like if you're like, I'm the most proud of this special, like that's cool. Because it is disheartening when I've seen people like work so hard to do a special, and then like the minute they film it, they're like, I hate it.
Yeah, I think I feel the opposite.
Great.
I think I feel
that's how I want to be.
Yeah, I feel like I really love this special, and I see like things that I would change about it, but I don't think of that in terms of like.
You're not gonna throw the whole thing out.
No, I think of it in terms of like, because the way I wrote everything in this special is just like, this is the conversation I've been wanting to have for the entire time not the entire time I've done comedy, but like the past like 6 or 7 years that I've been thinking about all this stuff. And this is sort of like the jumping off point for where for everything I want to talk about after this.
How perfect.
So like every little thing.
It's a layup.
Exactly. And every little
that's
thing I
brilliant.
want to change about it is just like, okay, this is something for the next special. It's just an ongoing conversation. And so I'm like, I feel really good about it.
I'm
and I'm
so
like really,
excited.
I don't know. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm really happy with all my friends that helped me out with it. Like,
Thank you, friends. You can shout them out or whatever. You can save it for later.
I mean,
but
I'll tell you,
they know.
Pockets Graham shot it. Shalik Jenkins helped. Ryan Chernin, Shalewa opened the
Nice,
show.
perfect.
My friend Aaliyah is helping me edit currently and shot a bunch of B-roll with like a Super 8
Cool.
little.
That's the kind of shit my boyfriend's into. He's a filmmaker. And
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he talks what you said about earlier. How he hates when like he watches something and he's like, "Where the fuck are the shadows?"
Yeah.
I feel like you guys would hit it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he's gonna work on something soon, and he had the same idea of like, oh, why don't I shoot B-roll on like a Super 8?
Yeah, it's so fun. It's such a nice little thing to have.
And
you know?
such like a fuck you to like all this like squeaky clean
Right.
shit that we're seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, just do some ugly shit, you know?
Well, I think it's like a trend that's gonna be emerging, or is emerging, like as like a counter to all this like. Is everything feeling more? I know I haven't said anything, but I feel like you got what I'm saying.
I think I know exactly what you.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, you say it nice.
I think there will be. Can I just? No, please.
Go.
What were you
I was gonna say something stupid, like, "Can you do my work for me?" Like, yeah, like we're in class, like, just do it.
Okay, so I think we're gonna see a counter movement to this this pristine, shiny, polished Netflix aesthetic where everything looks so good that it doesn't look like anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna move back toward, and we're already seeing it. We're gonna move back to this sort of. Say that. What was that word? Individuality, and we're gonna move back to like, we're gonna have aesthetic choices about what technology we use. We're gonna go back to, you see VHS is already coming back. You see everybody walking around with these disposable cameras already.
Mm-hmm.
You see everybody trying to get, if they can't afford film, trying to get the film aesthetic
Mm-hmm.
on their work. Everybody's going and watching 35 millimeter film at Metrograph
Trying
because
to flex on the hose.
because we realize that that's what looks good. We already live in reality. Why is the art just remaking reality? You know what I mean? Maybe that Russian realism shit was on to something. Maybe modern art and what's his name, Andy Warhol, was just a CIA plot to demonize communism in a country that wasn't even really communist like that. But that's a conversation for another day. Maybe, I don't know. You know, maybe just like what you like. And
don't worry about everybody else.
And don't worry about what everybody else. But also, if you like something, like it actively. Don't just like let it be fed to you from whoever hears that you like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Or don't only like it because it's safe because other people like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. Yeah. Have your little algorithm. Sure. That's nice or whatever. But you tell the algorithm what's going on.
Beat it into submission.
Beat it into submission. Don't never let it know your next move. You know, if you're a guy, your algorithm, it already knows that you like butts and boobs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Look at some other shit.
Every once in a while.
Look at some other shit. I watch a lot of like bass videos because I play bass, and some capoeira videos, and they try to make it all sexy. They try to put titties in all of it.
In capoeira? Oh, sure.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
course.
it's
yeah. Brazil, their GDP is like good genetics.
I mean, yeah, of course. That's what the G stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll try to sexualize everything in your Explore page, but you know.
So how do you what do you actively do to keep your Explore page nice?
I'm clicking it. I'm clicking that stuff. I'm clicking that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm clicking that stuff. But I recognize that that's what they want me to do.
Yeah. It is a shame. I mean, I get it. We're like herd animal. Like, you know, there's safety in numbers and herd, and there's that part of us that like needs to feel like we're a part of a group to like have that safety. And it's a shame how much individuality is villainized until it's accepted as a whole.
Yeah.
It's like suffocating. It's such a bummer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, the sad fact behind that is I don't know. We live in this false binary between individuality and collectivism, when both
It's
each
all the
one feeds
same.
into the other.
1,000%.
You know, we try to, I think people in the
Yeah.
people in the West try to like romanticize places like China, where they think collectivism is the mentality or whatever, and they like sort of glorify collectivism at the expense of the individual. And here it's the opposite. It's like individuals create the collective. It's a bunch of individuals, and the collective
Exactly.
feeds back into the individual.
And the
It's-
collective
yeah.
works because there's a ton of, because everyone's doing their own little thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that it's like we live on the edge of chaos at all times. We live and all we
I
have
say
to
that
do.
at work. I pop off and I'm like, if we don't follow the rules, we descend into chaos. And not that I'm trying to create some communist state at work, but I'm like, hey man, you can't just walk in and, you know what I mean?
Oh, I think maybe I had the opposite point, which is that we live on the edge of chaos, and we're supposed to.
Fuck with it a bit.
We're supposed to
Oh,
rein it
sure.
in only so much.
Okay. What's
You
an
know?
example?
I mean, it
I'm not
what is
trying
an
you.
example?
I just want to better understand.
Well, so we sort of have grounded our society in like the ideas of Sigmund Freud, who says who sort of introduced to us the idea that we have a subconscious that can be regulated.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But our society took that information from Freud's nephew, Edward Bernays, who then took that information and went to invent public relations as a concept. Basically, used that concept as a way
Like to build, like
for
almost like-
marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I'm sure you've seen The Medium is the Message.
yeah. That's why I watched it, actually, is because I learned about this dude after I did Subway Takes, and I was talking about this idea without actually knowing about
Oh
the guy.
man, I watched it like 15 years. Like I studied advertising in college, but
Okay.
I also
Yeah, I'm just coming into it
no,
as
it's
a young
fine.
man.
I mean, there's also a book too, but
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
works well as it. Anyway, continue.
But all that to say that like our society is sort of guided by the idea that like you can control the inner urges of human beings, and we use that to sort of, I would say, nefarious means in terms of like how we use people's data to like market shit back to them, and like and you know the mere fact that they feed like ass and titties into your algorithm because they know that'll
to keep you
you
stupid.
watching and engaged, and keep you stupid.
Right.
And
Not that there's anything wrong with ass and titties.
they're beautiful things,
Yeah.
but it's the way it's fed to you, and
Right.
you know it's also guided by this idea. I mean, kind of get the same, I guess, because it's also grounded in like the idea of Thomas Hobbes, who was the reason I think we interpret it that way, which he said like humanity in its natural state is evil, and that the only way to rein it in is to have government and laws and like a social contract, and to him like a philosopher king to like rule over people, and that we can't be trusted with our own means or whatever. When like most social science now and even like broader science like biology and all of this stuff is trending toward
Most people are good.
not most people are good, but that that there's certain things you just kind of can't control. And a lot of like indigenous religions have this idea of like, I think in I don't know if it's Hinduism or just somewhere in India where the word is prana, or like other religions have a different version of the same idea of just like, we don't understand this force, but it is a force in nature that we have to respect, and it's in both humans, and it's in non-human life, and it's like the thing that sort of springs consciousness into existence is a force that we don't understand.
Sure.
And yet we put all these resources into trying to control it and regulate it with government and with rules at work, and it just sort of ends with people like shaking in their fucking chairs because they don't know what's wrong, but something is wrong, and everybody's feeling insane in a very particular way that they can't name. and the reality is just that like
The governments and everything, like the systems in place, don't allow for like grace or just for the acceptance of like we don't fully understand and that's okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is why people are so.
Sometimes Nana
Like,
fucking gets it.
Sometimes people understand the world that they're living in.
Wait, and sorry,
yeah.
continue.
No. What were you gonna?
I was gonna say I wanted to give you your flowers again because you mentioned Russian realism and like that was the Meisner technique was like all from like Tchaikovsky. Not is it Tchaikovsky, but like a bunch of like Russian like super intense acting teachers.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like and then it just came over here with like Strasbourg. It was like a whole crew of them. It was like Uta Hagen and Strasbourg and like this whole crew and like Sanford Meisner and they just kind of like it's almost like a little game of telephone, but like the roots are in Russian realism, like you were talking about.
Okay. I didn't even know that. I was thinking in terms of like visual art, but I guess all these
Sorry.
movements
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I think they all have like a connecting.
Yeah.
I mean that's why they are named the same shit.
Yeah.
I just didn't know the connection.
I don't know if it's specifically called Russian realism, but like the whole bones of it was like acting is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if your scene is like look for something, like actively look, like don't just be like, it's like, is that really how you look for keys?
Yeah.
You look like an asshole. It's
Right.
like look on the when has keys ever been here?
Yeah. Right.
So it's acting like super grounded in reality.
Right.
Which allows for riffing. Like if you're fucking in it and you just like, I just did a sketch where like I screamed at the guy. That was not in the script, but they kept it in because they were like, yeah, it was great.
Yeah. It's like you're actually engaging with the world in front of you. You know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're locked in. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you. I don't know what time it is. It seems like it's been enough. Yeah, well, tell me. How are we doing? Do you probably have an appointment?
I got nothing
Oh,
going
cool.
on.
Me neither. I was just
Yeah.
gonna go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah. I got nowhere
Which
to be.
I know is bad, but whatever. All right. So these are the James Lipton questions. You can like ruminate on it, or you can just say the first thing that comes to mind, whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay. What is your favorite word?
Bastard comes to mind
Ooh,
right
great.
now. I don't know. I think that's such a good word.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite word?
You know, the next word in my mind right now is piss, but I don't. It's not true. It's a good word.
Okay.
That's a solid word. Epic. I hate that word.
Ooh, I hate
that
it.
word.
I hate it.
I hate it so much. It feels like one of those one of those millennial words where you're like, this is who we were.
Yeah. Or
This is-
adulting.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. What's
Yummy.
wrong?
Gross.
Okay.
Unless you're talking to a 5-year-old. Do you know what I mean? And then you kind of.
Yeah.
And even then, I wanted to tell you that earlier. That I do love that my mom always. Like, she was never, like, dumb with me. You know what I mean? Like, when I was young, I was like, oh, can we get this? And she's like, no. And I'm like, why not? And she's like, because we can't afford it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm like,
Right.
God, okay, alrighty.
Yeah.
I mean, she fucked me up in other ways. But, like, for shit like that, I appreciate
But the honesty. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, the toy's broken. It's like, no, the toy's fine. We just don't have
We're
it.
broken.
Yeah. We are broke. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Oh, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. John loves Sam Raimi too. I don't know him like that, but I love that everyone who I love and respect loves him, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I discovered very recently that like I used to cry a lot as a child, and I kind of got that
You got it out of your system.
No, I kind of got it like conditioned out of me, I guess, by
Society.
Yeah, just parents who don't believe boys are supposed to do that, and kind of have been like searching and trying to access it again, and discovered like the most consistent path is Spider-Man movies. I don't know why.
Oh.
I've seen Uncle Ben die so many times, and it still gets me.
And it still gets
You
you.
know?
It is nice to have. It was hard for me to cry too. I think for similar reasons. I have a joke about it where my mom's like, "Walk it off."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not an Olympian. I don't know what you think is going on. I barely made varsity. It's like an old joke of mine. But I feel like a dork that I keep talking about acting school, but I feel like it helped me like open up that thing, and now I just feel like it's easier for me to cry. And that sounds gross, but I feel like I know how to access that, and I just feel like my heart's bigger in a better way.
Yeah.
I also think the older you get, you realize how life precious is.
Yeah, it does get harder to keep the mask on. Where you're
Also,
just like,
fuck the mask.
yeah, it's like it's just so much energy. But I
Yeah.
also there is a part of me that thinks like, oh, this is just a pretty good bit.
In
if
what
if
way?
I only cry during Spider-Man movies, that's pretty funny to
Hilarious.
tell people.
That is super
You know?
funny. Okay, what turns you off?
Creatively or
Yeah,
in
any
general.
creatively, spiritually, emotionally, whatever you want.
When people don't take it seriously. When people like have this weird
Like, oh, it's whatever, bro. It's like, all right,
yeah,
then stay home.
exactly, like
Then that's I would have loved to have had if we're all getting 10 minutes and you're gonna fuck off with yours.
mhm.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Like sometimes I go straight from work to a show. I get being tired and maybe I didn't get to like fully do my perfect set list.
Mhm.
But I'm still giving the people a show. Sorry, I keep getting excited.
No, it's okay. I think my interpretation is like on stage, I don't care what happens. Like on a
Sure,
on a given
sure.
night.
Yes, yes.
On a given night, I don't care.
Uh-huh.
As long as like for me personally, I'll have bad sets and I'm like I'm working toward something that I know that I have a clear vision of it. Like I come back to this quote from Frank Zappa where and I don't remember the exact. I come back to this paraphrase from
It's okay.
Frank Zappa
Yeah.
where he's like, yeah, the songs are like silly and fun and the performances are a good time, but the music is like fucking serious. And it feels like this is, I'm like dancing around that this is a critique of most comedians, especially the like really famous ones, where it feels like they want to dance on this line of like I'm so important, but what I'm doing doesn't matter. And
they use that as a scapegoat, as like a get out of jail free card.
exactly, like they want you to think they're so important, but then be like, well, it's just comedy, bro. And like you can see in the way the landscape is now that it is important. It is important what you put out artistically and creatively, and what you sort of allow to be attached to your face and your name.
Right. And have some fucking balls and lay your dick down and be like, yeah. Don't just be like, oh, it's comedy. It's just a joke. It's like, all right.
Exactly. It's like it is just a joke, but like what's behind a joke? What goes into it? And like, do you care about it? I feel like I'll accept like fucked up and like racist, homophobic stuff from somebody who really believes that. You know what I mean? Like, not that I don't like it, but I'll accept
because that's their reality.
Exactly. But if you're just one of these people that's gonna say whatever the fuck and not be able to stand on it, that's when I feel like, oh, you're a bitch.
1,000%. Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Or you're that dumb, and then we get to call you dumb.
Right. It's like, I don't know. It's just like you're not watching the steps you're making.
Or you are, and you just don't even give a fuck to like take ownership about them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Like if you fuck up, like be like, hey, I fucked up, but they just double down on like, oh, it's comedy, fucking relax, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would love for one person to get called out for saying something fucked up and be like, oh no, I meant that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be like right, but they get called out and it's like, oh, it's not what I voted for. Actually, then you're dumb.
Right.
Then like, you're dumb as hell.
What did you think was gonna happen?
What did you exactly?
It was like, oh, I thought he was only gonna do the stuff I voted for.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, cool. So you're a single issue voter. We love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
What's your favorite curse word?
Oh, favorite curse? I guess I already said bastard, didn't I?
It's okay. There's a lot of them.
Fuck feels too easy. I think ass.
Ooh,
ass is a good one.
Yeah.
Ass is a very good one.
Okay.
I think I say that because I used to tell myself that butt was funnier. Okay. And it is very funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
But then as I got older, I was like, maybe they were onto something.
With ass?
Maybe they were onto something with ass.
Sure.
Yeah. There's just something about it.
It's also like it's a good phonetically a good, you know what I mean? Like
yeah. Ass. Yeah. Well, I was going off the like the Seinfeld rules where like the hard consonant is going to be funnier.
Sure.
But something. I think my sensibility changed, and then
Mhm.
I found out he dated that 17-year-old, and
Yeah,
you know,
Shoshana. Yeah.
ass became the way.
Yeah. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. The what is it? The THX intro sound. The
What the fuck
you know,
is
from the
that?
VHSs.
Oh my god. I'm like, what video game is this that he's talking about?
No.
Oh,
That's,
no,
we're
no,
all
no.
familiar.
Okay. Okay. What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, chalkboard feels too easy, but chalkboard.
No, no one
That's
said
my,
it.
yeah.
No one said it, not yet.
Damn, nobody's going for the low hanging fruit. Yeah, chalkboard's
No,
a
but
bad one.
chalkboard is, yeah. Okay, so these are two questions that I'm adding. What smell or odor do you love?
Hmm.
And then conversely, which one do you hate? Maybe it's easier to think about hate, and then you can go to love for smells.
Smells I.
Kermit the Frog here.
I think like gingerbread, like a good
Ooh.
gingerbread smell.
Okay,
I don't
like
know where this is.
fresh ginger.
Yeah,
bread.
I don't know where this is coming from, but
I
this is
love
how
it.
that's how I'm feeling.
Okay.
Smells I hate. You know, I think part of me right now is feeling like every smell has its place. You know.
Okay. Oh, that's so kind of you.
You know, I don't like.
So even like a gnarly fart, you're like, keep it in, baby. It's gas. It needed to
well,
get out.
Well, it's like, there's a room for that.
The fart room.
Yeah, we got a poop room.
Yeah.
Right there. There's a place for it. Every smell has its place.
I'm so fucked. I'm like, are there fart rooms? No, idiot. It's a bathroom.
I mean, if you make it one,
A bus becomes a fart room.
Yeah, if you cut your appointment short,
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Hilarious. Yeah. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I've thought about firefighter recently.
Oh, cool.
Cause I've been on my calisthenics stuff, and
I
I'm like,
see you out here on these streets.
yeah, I'm like, how strong am I really? Am I that guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you like pick someone up while wearing the fire gear?
Yeah.
Well, you tried it on when you were little, right? Remember when they came to your school and it's like, here's the hat.
No, we didn't do that, but we did.
Oh.
We did do like a little like escaping from a fire course,
shit.
like they had like a little model house or whatever. I'm remembering a model house, but I feel
Okay.
like our school didn't have the budget for something that crazy. But like maybe I want to revise my smell, cuz the smell of that fake smoke, I love that smell. I still think about
really?
it from when I was
Like
a kid.
when you're at a dance and like they do the like the fake fog or whatever, or you're talking
yeah,
specifically
it was specifically that, because I've
the
never
fire.
smelled fog that smelled like that. It smelled like
little Yedoye being like, I like this.
yeah, I was like
Aw.
I was about to just hang out in the burning house because I like the smell of the smoke.
You're just smoking a cigarette, like keep it going, guys. I love it.
Crank it up. Crank it up.
Crank it.
But it smelled like it smelled like a very specific cereal. Like maybe a cinnamon toast crunch.
Excellent.
A lot of vapes smell like it.
Sure.
Like
okay.
it smells like a lot of like vape smoke
Okay.
now. But this was pre-vapes. It was pre-vapes. I know a lot of us can't imagine a time pre-vape, but
Pre-vape, pre-cell
was
phone,
pre-vape, pre-cell phone.
pre-AOL.
Yeah, so I couldn't text anybody about this.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
had to live in that, and this is the first time I think this is the first time I'm telling somebody about it. Actually, yeah. So,
What profession would you not like to do?
accountant, data
Okay.
entry,
Great.
any of these jobs that's gonna get wiped out by AI because it was bullshit in the first place.
Sure.
Yeah, any job that's just like they're just trying to keep us busy so we don't go outside and do stuff.
Mm-hmm. So we don't think too many thoughts.
Yeah, any
Mhm.
one of those jobs I don't think I could ever do.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I want him to explain himself. I want to hear that man tell Tell me to my face what the fuck you were thinking.
Yeah.
I want to know what, like,
how did you let this happen?
What, like, all this stuff outside, what, you just thought you just going to leave us with this shit? I didn't do this. I just got here. And you want me, and now I got here by the skin of my teeth. I got here to heaven by the skin of my teeth because you put stuff here that I'm not supposed to do. But you were like, here, it's there. You can do it, but you can't come here if you do it. We got a great place you can go if you don't do that stuff. And you got to go to a very specific place to find out not to do this stuff. But if you don't go to that place and you do that stuff, you go to another place that I also made that sucks. And there's a guy down there that I put down there already. He fucked up. He was up here and he had to go down there because he did some other stuff I didn't even think about. I didn't know you weren't supposed to do it. And I know I'm supposed to know because I'm the guy who knows, but I didn't know somebody was gonna do that. But he did it, and now he's down there, and you gotta hang out with him. If you do the stuff that I said you're not supposed to do, but I put it here for you to do it.
Okay, thank you. That's the show. That's why I was laughing. I'm like, let him cook, baby. He's doing it. This is the end. Yedoye, thank you so much for doing the show.
Thank you for having me.
Please tell us when your special comes out, how we can find you, how we can find your special, how we can support you.
It's coming out on February 21st.
This will come out before then.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on my website, which I'll drop the URL on my Instagram once it's completed because it's being worked on by yet another wonderful friend of mine who I don't know if he wants his name public. So
Okay,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
some
keep
people are private. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I even know that information. I just haven't asked him, so I'm gonna keep it under wraps. But Instagram, I'm at Yedoye _YEDOYE _ on pretty much everything.
I know. I love that for you.
And yeah, just follow me on there, and I'll update.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Okay. Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah.